So here we go for the Pitbikes Stock 160 Race 2. John Buckle, JJ Cunningham in second from Jim Lovell, Reece Stevenson, Ryan Tyers, Chase Collymore in sixth position. Jamie Callan in eighth from Phil Dickens, Ed Peed, Richard Cooper, Sebastian Barron and Nathan Summers in 12th place. Andrew Jones 13th from Julian Gromit, Simon James Dean, James Moscow in 16th position. Daniel Gilbert in 18th behind the unidentified rider. Ben Rabicki, Dominic Herbinson in 20th, Scott McGibbon and Nathan Smith rounding out the 22 rider field as they go to the line. We've got Dervin Aline on the mic alongside us. He had a bit of a tricky time in that first motor. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm in one piece. Bike's not so good, but I am all right. Yeah, good.
It seemed to be that the front wheel seemed to wash out on that third corner. Was that correct?
Yeah, I just lost the rear and took the front basically, and just ended up taking a nice slide across that nice tarmac.
Oh, that's good. So good to see you're okay though, because you were down for quite a while.
Yeah, it was a good roll. I made the most of it for the TV, obviously. But I'm all right now. I'm all good.
Well, that's good news as they get away. It looks like John Buckle with a good start. One rider stuck on the line.
Going now.
They're all underway. So it looks like John Buckle with the lead, and this track, of course, quite new for pretty much everyone, really. It seems to be going down well.
Yeah, it's a really fun track actually. As you can see, John Buckle who's pulled the lead there. A lot of the corners are really pretty fast. You've got to be really committed to them, so you can make up a lot of time through the corners.
And it looks like one of these, it does seem quite a demanding track because there doesn't seem to be anywhere where you can really rest as such. It's what you might say is perhaps a medium speed track, and there's always something coming up by the looks of things.
Yeah, there's passing's quite difficult on this track. You can see at the minute with Jim Lovell chasing John Buckle, who's at the lead at the minute. He's really got to line it up a couple of corners before, or get a real good run out of one of the straights and really be committed on the inside to really make some room for himself. But it's a really difficult track to pass on.
Well, certainly does look that way as Buckle holds on to the lead. Jim Lovell trying to find a way through as they head into the second corner. He's done it now though on that third corner. And great move there from Jim Lovell to take the lead from John Buckle. Now it looks like Ryan Tyers in there as well.
Yeah, Ryan Tyers is chasing the third.
He's looking good. That third corner there just seems to tighten, the one where you went down I think, wasn't it? It just seems to tighten in on itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can take quite an aggressive line as Ryan Tyers just stuck it in there for second. Great, a little overtake on the third gear right-hander at the start. But no, it opens up and then it closes. You have to bring the bike back to the inside for the second part. The second apex. It's quite a lot of time can be lost there. You'll see Ryan Tyers on his thumb brake round there, keeping a real nice smooth line, where guys that don't run thumb brakes tend to run a bit wider.
So I suppose with the thumb brake got the advantage there as well, just to be able to perhaps hug that inside line, use less track maybe as well.
That's right, yeah, so he'll just hold his thumb brake there and he'll just take a nice smooth line, which means the bike's really stable. That's why he carries. You see the guys at the front at the minute, they carry a lot more corner speed than the guys that are chasing at the moment.
Certainly seems that way as we see. That looks like Reece Stevenson in there. He's looking good. He's been on form. He gets past John Buckle into that dogleg hairpin, which now that to me looks a lot tighter than it went on the entry. It doesn't look particularly tight until you get there. It seems a really technical exit on there.
Yeah, it's tight, and there's some nice cones right on the outside when you're trying to flip back left, which makes it very challenging to not clip a handlebar. But you see a lot of the young lads like Reece Stevens and Chase Collymore, who's in 6th place at the moment. They're so slight, they're a lot smaller, and they just throw the bike around. They really make up a lot of time in there.
So I suppose as well, you're looking at, say, Chase Collymore is only a young rider. He's not much to him, you might say, compared to some of the adults. Is that going to be much of an advantage on some of these corners with the lighter frame?
Not so much. You do see more and more people now running the smaller frames, the Bambino frames. So if you look in the top riders here, you've got three out of the four, or 4 out of the 6 bikes are the smaller frame. It just suits a smaller rider.
So we're just going to cut back to the Ryan Tyers, who's been in great form this afternoon, is starting to put Jim Lovell under some pressure as they make their way down the finish line straight.
Yeah, we'll do him here. Oh, it's tight.
Oh, he has a look down. Couldn't quite make it. It does seem quite a fast entry into that first corner. There's a lot of track he can use on the entrance and the exit as well.
Well, when you go into that corner, you have to be really committed, and then you tend to start to wash out, and you want to use all the track. I was finding myself running a little bit wide on exit there as I was dive bombing people in the last race, but again, the fast guys, they carry so much corner speed through there that very, very rare they would have a problem. As Reece Stevens, I think, has just got into second place, I think.
Yeah, he's the man on the move here. Ryan Tyers,
so fast for a young lad.
He's quick, isn't he? I mean,
Yeah,
Ryan Tyers was looking to grab the lead of Jim Love, and Reece Stevenson, out of nowhere, has just nipped there into second place. And, well, I think Jim Lovell might have some work here as they cross the line to complete the lap. We've still got 7 laps to go, as Stevenson again has a peek down the inside. So perhaps he's just maybe weighing up the leader, trying to find a way to get through here.
Yeah, for a young lad, he's really patient, to be fair to him. I think Ryan Tyers just gone back round the outside of him on that corner again, where he's naturally fast round that double right-hander. And now Stevenson just took into his slipstream and probably be aggressive down into the tight right-hander.
Well, here they come. They're just coming into this dogleg hairpin now as a quick look. Can't find a way through here. Jim Lovell holds on to the lead on the 97, and Ryan Tyers trying just shadowing. Now this is where we're going to see him try to line up a move on the finish line straight. This last penultimate corner here, very important.
Yeah, as much corner speed around that right-hander as possible.
Ooh.
And you can see Ryan's gone defensive already because he knows that Reece Stevens is behind him.
He had a look, didn't he, on that straight? I think he was trying to line him up there, but again, Tyers has a look. Now this is the corner, of course, that Tyers seems competitive through here, on that inside line. Very, very close. You could almost throw a blanket over these three into the hairpin. Just under 0.2 of a second, cover them over the line. And this is where Stevenson looks quick down the inside. Ooh.
Ryan's never going to let him just go up the inside there. He's got to be a brave man to go up the inside of Ryan Tyers on that corner. But you know, he's a young lad. He's fearless, and he's doing things now probably way above where expectation is. He's really flying. He's come on this year, and he's definitely a superstar for the future.
He does seem to be in good form this afternoon as we head back towards the finish line straight, as Ryan Tyers has a look down the inside of Lovell. Oh, that was close. Tried to make the move, but Lovell shuts the door. And Tyers again having a look into the double right-hander. Stevenson is right on his tail through that double apex, heading towards the hairpin. And Tyers all over the back wheel, and there are a couple of midfield runners about to be lapped just a few seconds ahead.
Right. On this left-hander they're going through now, I got some really good advice from Richard Cooper earlier about how the track actually comes, so you can be really aggressive through there, and you can really go for it, and your bike will stick. You have to believe in it.
It does seem that way, the central part of the track. It looks pretty tight. When you're standing here looking at it, it looks really tight and twisty, but I think you'd almost surprise yourself there how much speed you could carry through that section. Yeah,
absolutely. A bit further down the order, I've noticed it. Gaz the Snail Pearson beating Nathan Smith, my colleague from BR8. Nathan will not be happy about that, but he has already said, I have to mention he's changed his gearing, so if he does lose to Gaz Pearson, then he's got an excuse.
Oh, there we go. That's the midfield battle. Still lit at the front here, 4 laps to go, and Jim Lovell having a great ride here to keep these two behind him because it's so much pressure, and they are closing up on some midfield runners here about to be lapped. Oh, and that back marker saw them coming and let them through. And we always say, of course, it's slow riders should let the leaders through, but they're having their own race, of course. So
yeah, the thing is, they come at you so fast. Well, you know, they're carrying twice the corner speed, and for you to stop and check over your shoulder, it's so difficult. I mean, you try, but you end up causing probably more problems by hanging it out. Ooh, it's a tight
that's Whittaker there, wasn't it? The 1-2-1.
I think he's got him. He's used the back marker to perfection now.
Oh, that's good. That look at Stevenson as well there.
Oh, it's going to get tight.
And in fairness to Whittaker here, he's just, you know, he's holding his line. He's not obliged to jump out of the way here, so this is going to make things interesting. Oh, as Lovell again guards that inside line. Stevenson in there as well. On the exit, great move there from Stevenson. But, oh, and Tyers down the inside. Now that was a brave move there. That's a very difficult place to make a pass.
You definitely can't say they're not committed.
Yeah, definitely. That is some superb riding there. Ryan Tyers in the lead. I don't think this race is over yet, though.
Stevenson's just going to...
Oh, that was brave.
Again, a super tight move.
What a great move there. It didn't quite come off, but he's going to set himself up here for the finish line straight. Lovell now in second place, coming under some serious pressure from Reece Stevenson. Oh, he tried the outside as well. Like you say, he's a fearless rider, isn't he?
He is. carries a lot of speed. So you see him coming up the inside now. Look, there you go.
Oh, that's a tidy move. He's got to try and keep it neat on the exit though, because Lovell's going to pass him on the exit, but it's going to be a duel into the hairpin.
Lovell's positioned his bike really well. He's kept him to the outside. He's making him do the hard work, you see.
That's a double apex, really nice section of the trackers. Oh, down the inside goes Reece Stevenson. Right, I think 2 laps to go, or 1.5 laps to go now. Wants to win this race.
It's going to be tight on the exit.
Lovell's got him again. Oh, this is a great duel for second place. This is all going to help Ryan Tyers, of course. If these two start scrapping for second, we've got just over 1 lap to go.
Back markers, I think, are going to help out now.
Yeah, definitely Ryan Tyers just looking over the finish line there. He's nestled in the back markers, nips his way through. Now got a relatively clear track. There's Lovell.
Last lap as well.
Yeah, 1 lap to go, and Lovell back up to second momentarily as Stevenson. Oh, sweeps around the outside into this double right-hander.
Don't think you'll hold that.
And Lovell will indeed get
Back
him on
markers,
the exit.
it is Nathan Smith and Gaz Pearson having the battle I was telling you about, and Nathan seems to have taken him back here. So, honour restored.
Oh, it's going to be tight into the left-hander. Oh, and look at Stevenson. He went for the inside. Didn't quite come off, and Jim Lovell, he's determined to keep him behind here, as Ryan Tyers at the moment looks like he's going to take the checkered flag, barring disaster. He's coming up to the penultimate corner, but all the action here between Lovell and Stevenson. So, last lap for Ryan Tyers.
Yeah, Lovell's going to keep it. Stevenson with it. Absolutely amazing race, and even Chase Collingwood, he'd caught up somewhat behind. He wasn't far behind.
Actually, he came up
5th place, just behind JJ Cunningham.
I think he came
good,
up on
good
the ropes
ride. Really good ride.
He came out of nowhere, Chase Collingwood, didn't he, on those last few laps?
Flying on the last few laps.
Very good. So, yeah, that's Pitbike Stock 160 race 2 drawing to a close. And Owen, are you out again today, or are you retired for the day?
I'm going to try and go back out in the vets.
On the vet.
Where it all went wrong for me last time. And hopefully I can last more than 6 laps and not cause a red flag. That would be great.
Well, let's hope we see you out there again. You were looking very good until you went down, I have to say, so it's a shame that...
if I can get off the line this time, that would help as well. So the bike's been checked over now, so hopefully I'll be out and put in a good performance.
Oh, that's good news, because we saw you, I don't know if you're trying to recall the rule book, so you looked like you're almost going to be taking part again, but it seemed to be...
I wanted to, probably a bit silly for me to do that, but I did give the bike a kick and it did start. I thought, right, I'm going for it, but then it quite quickly then said, no, not today, and shut off. So I was like, they were like, can you please get off the track? Oops, sorry, I hit the mic. So yeah, so unfortunately that was that race over, but it was going all right until then.
Well, it's
lots of overtakes. So
at least the sun's out for you now, so the track looks good. I think it looks perfect for racing now for you.
I've changed my tyres.